we need to have a chat. So, one of the main reasons I come to this lovely country was to go to the cave city. Now, I would love to be like any other travel... I'm not even going to call myself a travel YouTuber because amateur would be a compliment at this point. But they have this thing called unlimited resources. And I have ran out of money. Well, I've not ran out of money yet. But the thing is, if I take the taxi there and back, and then a taxi back to Tbilisi, I won't have money to stay in a hotel, and I can't really rough it in Georgia because of landmines and lack of tent. To be fair, I'd ignore the landmines if I had a tent. But I'm not taking it as a defeat. I'm not taking it as a defeat because it's not. Because I almost got there, and I can come back and do it again. But we'll view it as an opportunity. An opportunity to see lovely Borjomi and the natural springs that made it such a lovely holiday place in the past. Georgia was once the Soviet... Oh God, he said the word. The Soviet holiday destination, because obviously you couldn't leave the Union. So this was the nicest place in the Union because of all of the scenery. Which is why the older generations still speak Russian. So people would come here to bathe in the mineral hot springs, and apparently Haverfurs, that's part of history, where women would come to Georgia to shag a Georgian man. I learned that off Bald and Bankrupt because obviously he knows all about that. But it's weird being in a part of Georgia because obviously I've only seen Tbilisi. Tbilisi's very busy, and it has a population of about 1 million. The entire country has a population of about 3 million. So that population density is higher than London. London's 9 million residents out of 63 million people in the UK. So imagine if a third of the people... Imagine London with 21 million people in. That's what it feels like. So we're going to enjoy Borjomi. I'm going to show you the sights. I'm going to go and have a look at the bus station, because it's got to be better than Lee bus station. Can't be worse. I'm going to go get breakfast, go to some hot springs, mineral water. That's the plan. Well, that's breakfast sorted. It was actually really good. It's always like just sausage, cheese, and basic stuff. But then there's always this... It's like rice, but, well, at the other hotel they did it with rice and then noodles. But this one was like just 2 different kinds of noodles. I think one was like buckwheat or something. It's banging. It is really good. It's like a... I don't know, it's like a chow mein kind of. Also, that crane's moving and moved since yesterday, and it don't look like anyone's been in it. So, windmill crane. I think I'm gonna book another night in this hotel and go and see Borjomi. Do you reckon I'll look like I fit in fucking pit vipers? Yeah, probably. So I just booked another night in the hotel. There's a lot of construction around here. It is a lovely place. Like, the hotel I'm staying in is so lovely. The people are so friendly. That might be the nicest man in Georgia. But he gave me literally like 25 lari off. So, which is crazy around here. And then told me to go to a hot spring. Well, not hot spring. I love confusing people by walking around with fucking pit vipers and a camera. It's like, why are you in this random place? because it's beautiful, mate. It's gorgeous. So now the plan is try and change some Larry into smaller Larry, and then go to Mineral Water Park. He told me that there's lots of places around here, and it's in a national park, so that's good enough for me. Get a walk into town. It's about a mile or two. So I'm gonna gander up there and see if there's anything abandoned, because I don't know. We'll see. But you know, if you see a sign with Cyrillic on it, it's from the earlier days of this country. And there is what they used to call, what they call sanatoriums, which basically is like the holiday resorts that the Soviet elites, S-word, went to. And they were all around here with the hot springs. So as long as this isn't anybody's private property, which it most likely is, oh, that's a hotel, then I might be in for a cool abandoned building. And I do love a bit of urbex. Went in Wigan and Leigh abandoned college many times. It's a niche reference, but I don't think you can go wrong here. You walk in any direction, it's gorgeous. It's very, Tbilisi is lovely and nice, but it's busy. Here, nothing going on. You're just with the trees, it's peaceful. But yeah, get some views. Abandoned, I don't know what it is, because the roof is falling off. I love a bit of abandoned. Oh, there's a bigger building up there. I actually hope I'm going into a sanatorium. I've seen a lot of videos of people exploring abandoned buildings in regions like this, and it has been something I've wanted to do for a while, so this would be sick. I just pray no one's in it, because oh yeah, there's an abandoned building. In previous times when the Soviet Union collapsed, they rehomed people at sanatoriums. There's a region called Abkhazia in the top northwest of the country, which decided to make itself an independent state and kick out people who weren't ethnically Abkhazian, even though they've lived there many years. So they were sent to live in sanatoriums as a temporary fix. But as we all know, temporary fixes lead to permanent solutions, especially with dodgy governments in collapse. So let's have a look. Yep, abandoned. Just want to make sure no one's home. This structure is not stable. Let's go up the stairs. Fucking hell. Oh, a bit of Cyrillic. I want to go to the roof, however, the roof is collapsing. So let's see if we can try and find a stable bit in the roof. I'm not going to do a sensationalising video where it's like, oh, imagine all of the past meetings here. But this is a part of history that's just been left. You can just come and visit if you stay at the Emerald Hotel in Borjomi, my favourite hotel in Georgia, with the lovely people there. Nothing but mountains. The next question is, how do we get to the roof? Sorry Mum if you're watching this, I promise I'll come home in one piece, but it's too tempting, isn't it? Okay. Cannot see in there, and that goes down, so we'll avoid that. There's a lot of pitch blackness in here. The floors though, they're like marble. This region must have a lot because the hotel just had marble, and every second shop on the way in on the motorway there's some stairs to a roof. Every second shop on the way in on the motorway was aggregates and concrete and materials for building. Here is the remains. It's crazy, it's very brutalist. It's a good contrast between such a beautiful natural place. Oh god, how am I going to get around here? Such a beautiful natural place, and then this very blocky Minecraft build. This lovely sanatorium. It's like the opposite of the nature around here, but interesting in a deeper way. Oh, everyone gets pissed in here. Probably just walking into. So there's a lot of wild horses here in Borjomi, and you can tell because there's horse shit everywhere, which is probably not helpful because I was checking it through the lovely hotel yesterday. But I don't know why horses are climbing into abandoned buildings to have shit. I guess we'll see. We found the stairs to the roof. Now it's just not falling through the roof. Ooh, this is getting rough. Please don't collapse. I trust this more than the cable car. Don't know how to get to roof. Might require a bit of climbing. But this is sick anyway. Should probably walk on the foundations just in case. I doubt a building like this would have a path onto the roof, which means I'd have to climb or figure out a way. Oh look, old Soviet literature. That's cool. Finally something I can read. look. Suya. Sinel Selenikov. I have no idea what the words mean. Oh, how do I get up there? That's the roof. Let me have a gander out here. It is quite decrepit. This has literally been here since about the 70s, 80s. I don't know the exact date of the Soviet Union collapse. Turns out when you come to a post-Soviet country, there's a lot of memories of the past, so even if you're trying to make a video about the country in its current state, you end up talking about it a lot. There's not going to be a way down there. Blyad. Well, there's a basement, but don't fuck with basements. On principle. I think it's time to get a jog. my ankles on one of these stairs again. Feels awful. But this town is gorgeous, man. It's just mountains every side. So when I exchanged my money, they gave me all 100 lari notes, which is like basically walking around with £50 notes in the middle of scam. Like, you're not going to get any money back. Also just in a Jedushka, just an old man grew up in another old man's tits as a joke. So that was lovely. They are pissed at 11. But they've been cleaning the streets. For some reason all the old people clean the streets every morning around here. Well, in the country, it's mad. But I changed my notes at Liberty Bank. That was good. That really helped me out. I tried to change it with some exchange, but the guy was like, nah, get out. Nice views. I'm gonna go to the mineral pack, see what minerals are in the mineral pack. But apparently it's hot springs and mineral water and stuff, and you can drink it. So let's do mineral water review. Tastes. It does taste. This is a nice pack though. That mineral water had some minerals in it. Concerning. Don't know what minerals were put into my body. But if that's just the start of the mineral water day, fuck it, we ball. This is the Black Evian that's banging. They've got Black Evian everywhere. I love it. This is actually nicer than Wigan Pack. I know that's not really much to live up to, but a lot nicer. Also, everybody's got like muscle cars, and it's cool. Like, people have good tasting cars around here. Also, I saw a Lamborghini dealership, which was quite cool. But I don't know who's buying Lamborghinis. People out here definitely ain't, because they're just trying to get by. Like the people at the market before, it was crazy. They love pickled things, man. Guess it's just because it lasts. Ooh, nice building. Everything looks like a castle around here. They got a full pipe. They got a full pipe down there. Tony Hawk, send that shit. Full pipe is sick. They got lots of rocks and mountains and people trying to sell you Jeep tours as well. So I'm trying to keep my head down, because the last time somebody latched onto me, it was bad. I still haven't forgot you, Amy. I'm coming back to that airport, so if I see you, I'm gonna just fucking give you evils, just stare at you from afar. Look at that. I don't think that's the most effective way to make a bridge, but by God, do the Georgians love their weird architecture. Look at that. This park's nice. It's 5 lari to get in. and there is a big trail ending with a big pool. Before I came to Georgia, I didn't realise how in line with Ukrainians Georgians are. So I seen some graffiti and then read into it a bit more. Basically, the graffiti said 20% of my country is wrongfully owned by Russia. This is gorgeous. So in the north, luckily I'm in the south, that is a lovely little thing there. Tell you what, I walk this path. In the north, the Russians, oh my god, there's so many dogs here, they're so cute. Hello. The Russians have pushed the border a few kilometres, I think, in and put a barbed wire fence up without actually negotiating anything, as the Russians like to do. If I ever go to Russia, this video is going to shoot me in the foot. I don't hold strong opinions on anyone or anything. I'm in line. I'm just saying what is happening from a Georgian's perspective. This doesn't mean I agree or deny anything. I am entirely neutral. But there's a peace symbol over there, which I agree with. Basically, they've soft launched a invasion, and there's a lot of fuck Russia graffiti, especially in Tbilisi, but still around here in the outer cities, which makes you wonder if it happened to Ukraine, could it happen to here soon? Because Georgians, I've seen a lot of military propaganda, which, oh, Lock Bridge, a lovely little love bridge. God, it's lovely to be loved. I've seen a lot of military propaganda of special forces on buses, on billboards, on everything. And I feel like it's one of those pre-war things where it's to amp up the people and make them go, oh, who's this person? God, the ADHD's flowing here. Check doctor, buzzing. To amp the people up and be like, right, yeah, we've got an army, we're fine, it's going to be okay. Realistically, I don't think Russia could fight a war on two fronts and win, but it probably wouldn't stop them from trying. And I'm not saying this is Russian people, because all war around the world is fought by politicians, and realistically, politicians should be the one who actually go to war and fight, so we don't die for their ideas. But that's not the way the world works. And unfortunately, poor people like Ukrainians and maybe Georgians deal with the backlash of tyrants. So obviously, I'm from Wigan, and near Wigan is Rivington. And Rivington has this place called Go Ape, and from what I've seen, people around here are in love with it. There's so many places in different corners where it's just like the Go Ape thing, like climbing in the trees. And I don't trust the cable car, so I'm not trusting a harness, but it's a cool idea. It's nice to see it from literally 2 stories up. Just go into a room on the 2nd story of a hotel, please. Safer. What's that? That's one of those like big dip. You got green tag, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Oh, you're lovely. And you got your little green tag on. Look, green tag on here means friend. You're a friend, you like the sun and strokes. You want some water? Oh, he speaks Georgian. Go marjoba. No, I don't know Georgian for sit. Go marjoba. Arthur would love you. Arthur, don't look at this. Go marjoba. This dog Lenin is distasteful, but he's friend. Hello. We're going. Where are you going? Where are you going? You're never gonna get to meet Arthur. That's unfortunate, mate. Hello. We're going. Where are we going? Where are you taking me? This isn't like the Skyrim quest where you turn into Clavicious Vile and have to choose between killing you or getting a shittier item / Daedric artifact, is it? God, I hope not. I don't even know if I'm on the right path here. Shit got less formulated. Oh, I should have brought a spare battery today. Christ, charge him overnight tonight. Where are you going? I tried to offer him some water from the bottle. If I say Lenin enough, he'll start responding. Lenin! But the issue is people around here know what Lenin keeps going up to people and trying to befriend them, but they ignore him. He's a little sweet boy. Don't know why they do this to the poor man. Are you leaving me? Oh, I'm never going to see him again. Why do I have an emotional attachment to Lenin? I just love the way you ruled the Soviet Union, son. It's beautiful. He's taking me spots though, he knows where he's going. It's mad. Getting a tour from a stray dog. What the fuck? Why is it better than its park? They're building a whole ass skate park, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's such a fucking nice rail and oh, I don't know about that bit, but that looks like a decently flowy park. This is, can I add, this is in the middle of the mountains. Like, I knew that there was in Tbilisi a skate park, but I didn't know that they actually care about skating in Georgia. Why have I spawned in so far away from here? This dog is taking me on a spiritual journey. Where are you going? What are you doing? Don't be doing that. Bloody dangerous bastard. Our friend has just had a shit and now we are in the middle of a nice place. He's waiting for me. He's trying to pretend he doesn't like me, but he does. Isn't that right, Lenin? Lenin? Oh, you looked at your name. I renamed him. Well, he doesn't. This is possibly the most beautiful place I've been on the planet, nature-wise. My favourite city is always Florence. That's because of just the architecture and the food, and then, like the Duomo, like my favourite building. Because everyone's got a favourite building. But there's something about how beautiful this is. This is like, if I was to die, my imagination of heaven is me walking through this place with family and friends and Eartha, because it's just gorgeous. And the thought of getting to the end, going to the mineral hot spring, putting my blistered ass feet in, sitting down for a bit, is heaven. Also, Lenin keeps looking up at the trees. He knows there's food somewhere. It's crazy, I'm learning off him. He's still with me. We've walked about a mile together now. It's mad, he just started leading me. So yeah, I've gained a friend. Sad, I'm gonna have to leave him. But at least I knew him. Never would have met Lenin if I didn't try and come to the cave city. I think this is better than a cave city personally. I mean, there's not like the wow factor, but, well there is, but only if you're here really. But I can't stress how gorgeous this place is. Tonight, I think I'm going to follow the red path, which is probably going to be mad, because it's about, what's 4.4 kilometres, about 2 miles. So this is probably going to be about a fucking 16-mile walk today. But you know what? I think I've lost Lenin. Bless. But I want the little pool. My idea is there's a rock sitting perfectly on the edge of a nice cold pool where I can go sit my feet in. And Lenin was in that view until he left. So, oh, he's there. There he is, he's waited. He likes to pretend he doesn't like me, but checks if I'm here every time and stops when I stop. So, let's see if he'll walk all the way to these pools. Lost Lenin. I think it's for good this time. There's more people therefore. I think I accidentally stumbled into this pool thing, but 15 Larry, I've just paid a fiver to come into a place I didn't even realise was here and I didn't want to go into. And I'm not swimming and I'm not sunbathing. So let me check my map, see what we're saying. I missed Lenin. Red Trail? Red Trail that way. Maybe Red Trail up this way? I missed Lenin, man. Where the fuck did he go? He just disappeared. Didn't even get to say goodbye. Got no closure. I just petted with 15 Larry to sit down on a bench. Didn't realise. I thought it was like the path. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to pay to walk on a path. But no. I paid to go in a pool that I didn't want to go in. So I didn't. It's nice. Oh yeah, I'm on the right path. But why? I need to keep on to as many small denominational bills as I can, because everything out here is small denomination. Oh, where's Lenin, man? I shouldn't have named him, I got attached. He's the only dog I've seen with a green tag on his ear. I just googled something disturbing. Georgia has birds, and I'm in the middle of bird territory. This is the last known whereabouts of Lenin. I'd like to say a few words about Lenin, if you would. Lenin was more than a dog. He was a stray dog. And he was free. And the fact that he spent so much time with me and walked a couple of miles waiting for me all along the way while looking for food gave me happiness. I miss Eartha. But Lenin isn't a replacement. Lenin is his own being. Goodbye, Lenin. I forgot to mention that Joseph Stalin was born in Georgia. He was a Georgian man, and I think Stalin wasn't his actual surname, it just means steel. I don't know what language in, probably Russian, because he wanted to sound strong. But in the town he was born, here, there is a museum dedicated to his life. There's a weird pride for him, even though he's a bit of a bad person. And there is his old house, which has his bathtub in. You can go and visit Stalin's bathtub. Now, I would go and do that, but I've promised a friend I'll save it for when he's here. So, at some point, we've got to come back, go to Stalin's bathtub. I expect it to be a big bathtub. More of a pool, but... So this is one of the foods I wanted to try. Let me get it out. It looks like shit. But it's like fruit and nuts covered in grape juice thing. They were speaking the words at me, but I wasn't listening. Let's get a live reaction. Ooh, it's walnuts. Look at that shit, folks. This is one of the foods I wanted to try. This, cacciapori and king curly. But I'm eating king curly tonight, so... Oh, that's really good. I'll leave that one later. 10 out of 10. You respect my space, I'll respect yours. Oh god, the legs. So, I got some snacks from the shop, so I'm going to review them. Semishki. I've already had sunflower seeds before, but let's see if they're any better here. Hello. I regret. Good, very good. It's a sunflower seed. You've had it before. Well, you might not have, but I have. Salami crisp. The salami crisp gon' hit. Where are these little sticks? How hot was it? It's like a little stick. Go. That's bloody lovely. That's really nice. It's like Frazzles, but better. And it's a stick. That's a 9 out of 10. And then the most boring thing I can find. Most of the stuff in the shop was literally just the same as what we have back home. Or what you can get in the Polish shop in Wigan. Big up Food Plus. Ooh, usually plum. Oh, how are you? That's really fucking good. 8. This place has a pool. And has all sorts of shit bubbles. I'm gonna hit a few laps, I think. I can't swim. Fuck. So, the pork, potato and onion and pepper stew gets a solid 9.5. It was really, really good. And then the one of the main things I wanted to try it was king curly. It gets a 2. The concept of soup dumpling is so good when it's a dumpling, when it's dumpling sized and small. But if you make it bigger, it goes everywhere. It doesn't. I'm not pissed my pants. It's king curly juice now, and it just it's just shit. Soup dumplings have like that umami flavour. That's just pork mince with coriander, and then what? I'm not going to recover emotion. And I was like, the king curly will not be that big because it says you can only order like 5 or more. And I'm like, that's usually what it says for small menu items. Huge, mate, huge. And you're not meant to eat the bottom of them because they're like starchy. Oh. But very good cooks. Excited for breakfast tomorrow actually. Breakfast from 9 o'clock. Yesterday I had dinner. I had the cacciapori, and it was really nice. And the restaurant was really nice because it was just me, and they were being sound. They put like English music on, like Frank Sinatra, and I was on my own, and it felt good. And then this time, I ran into the party of. So I think some were Georgian, some were Russian, and then there's just a bunch of them, and it was like they were there to get pissed. But it's one of them things where it's like I feel out of place, so I was just minding my own business, not looking at anyone, just head down, scranning. but they kept like walking past and I'm like, I could go the other way and be like, hello, let's drink. But I feel like part of this trip is me maturing as a person. I wanted to go to the city and I cut it because I understand that I don't have the money and it would be immature of me to go and put myself in a shit situation just for happiness now. And I had a good time today, which, yeah, man, I'm not getting my tits out if you haven't. I had a good time today. It was very nice. It's just a very beautiful place. Like, the landscape is gorgeous. This is like genuinely the best views I have ever seen. And Lenin, I miss you, Lenin. I think it was a good idea to stay here for another night. But tomorrow I'll be back in Tbilisi. And that's going to be a readjustment of a lifetime because it's so chill here. Like, everyone's just chilling, doing what they want. There's a market, it's relaxed. But Tbilisi is fucking heaving all the time, people everywhere. So, we'll see. But another 2-hour car ride, yeah, buzzing, love that. Let's hope I don't die because they drive like they've got 7 lives.